I have to wonder why the existing responses to violence against women aren't adequate, and why a new regulation and a new legal sanction, and particularly a criminal one, is warranted.
According to the province, 1 in 3 women experience sexual violence. But should those incidents be considered hate crimes? Well, that's what one British police force is doing, and a number of other cities in that country are looking to follow suit. Would it work here in Toronto? We pose that question to Toronto Police.
The Toronto Police Service's hate crime unit already has a number of grounds that it considers when looking for hate crime investigations, and sex is one of those grounds that's already included. The aggravating factor is women's hate.
Toronto police say while sexual assault and other crimes against women aren't automatically considered hate crimes, they can be if police can show hatred for the female sex was a motivating factor. But police in the British city of Nottingham recently made changes to classify misogyny as a hate crime that could range from verbal harassment to sexual assault.
They feel threatened, but for all the
This criminal lawyer thinks that isn't practical.
I think it would become very difficult to police. I think it's very subjective on the police officer's part.
The Nottingham Police Force defines misogyny hate crimes as incidents against women that are motivated by an attitude of a man towards a woman, and includes behavior targeted towards a woman by men simply because they are a woman.
The definition that they've used is so broad that I find it difficult to imagine how we wouldn't just bring the whole society to a halt, because we have elements of misogyny pretty much everywhere.
Incidents classified as hate crimes can lead to harsher sentencing, but this advocate for women who experience violence says she'd like to see more focus on education instead of criminalization.
When something is so embedded in our culture, it requires us to look at its many manifestations and to provide education in all of those contexts.
Now, there are reports that several other police forces across England and Wales are meeting with Nottingham police to see if they too will classify misogyny as a hate crime. Here in Toronto, only 1.5% of those hate crimes reported last year were identified as being motivated by the victim's sex. Janelle Amasa, City News.